What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video. And today we're going to cover my Season 7 Army of the Dead Summoner. This build can easily handle all content in the game, and I have cleared up to hit tier 100, which you could definitely even go further with some good master. Now, is this build Bloodwave and easily wrecking pit 150s? No, but this build is capable of doing everything else with a very simple playstyle, while using the Ring of Sacrilegious Soul, making it very easy to use and auto-casting pretty much everything for free. So if you like to play minions and you're looking for a build to easily farm everything while still being able to push the pit around tier 100, then I would definitely recommend this build. In this guide, we will cover everything from the skills used to the Paragon board. At the end of the video, there will be a bit of gameplay if you want to check that out. Timestamps will be down below, as usual. If you want to jump ahead, feel free to at any time. Anyways, let's get right into it. Starting off with the skills used in the build, right here up top we use Bite. We're basically going to use this more damage, like tough enemies, maybe elites, boss. Right here we have Corpse Explosion. Now, this can also give us a nice little damage boost. We have Corpse Tendrils. This is going to bring enemies in groups, and we're also going to create Blood Orbs with this, which, because of our Paragon board, further boost our damage. Down here we have Army of the Dead. This is going to be our main damage dealer overall. So we do tons of damage with this. You can see right there, Army of the Dead's damage is increased by 40% multi-click. Your Skeletal Mage and Golem damage bonuses. With this build, we stack a ton of Golem damage overall, and in turn, that's making our Army of the Dead do heaps of damage. Right here, we have Raised Skeleton, then we have our Golem right here. As for our Witch powers, right here, we're going to go with Tornado. Now, I have tried the other ones. I tried Vengeful Spirit, Cycle. Overall, I think the grouping of enemies helps us out the most. We're going to go with that right here. Over here, we're going to take Aura Specialization, X of Shattering, Grow, Aura of Siphoning, and Purging Touch. In the Book of the Dead up top, we're going to take the Reapers for the cooldown. As for our mages, we're going to go right here with the cold mages that apply vulnerable. So we're going to make everything around it vulnerable. Then down here for our golem, we're actually going to go with the blood golem. And we're going to take the 30% of damage you would take close to your golem, helping our survivability. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the gear and aspects. Really quickly, as for the potions that I use the Elixir of Fortitude and the Soothing Spice. I'm going to make it to where we cap off my current setup, our armor and our life. And right here we have 9.6k life. Now technically, because of our runes, which we'll go over in just a second, once we're out here in actual battle, you're going to notice that we're going to go up to 13.5k right here, with our total at all times. And, we're constantly at 13.5k because of our runes. Going off, we have a 20% boost to our maximum life, as you see right there, for 6 seconds. And, every 5 seconds this is going off. So it's making it to where with our potions up, we just sit at 13.5k. Anyways, back into the gear. Really quickly, I'll let you go ahead and check out my stats. Capped off on the resistance. Over 1,000 crit strike damage. Our critical strike chance out of town is around between like 92 and 95%. Definitely want to get your critical strike chance close to 100 if possible. Here's all the other stats. Remember, when it comes to the tooltip, not everything is 100% correct. There's things, bugs and stuff like that, where stuff go on your tooltip. Now into the gear up top, going to be the only Mythic Unique that we use with the build, the Higher of Perdition. The main reason that we use this is for the critical strike chance and obviously the 60% multiplier to our damage. We want to try to get that base crit anywhere that we can. We want 100% with our base crit, obviously making the build do a lot more damage overall. So yeah, we want to go with the Higher of Perdition right here. Now if you can't get this, or you're able to get, you can just use a regular helmet, and I would say to get cooldown reduction on it, whatever stats you need, intelligence, high intelligence, maximum life, and then you can go ahead and throw like a defensive aspect on there of your choice. Right here into the body armor, we're going to go with the aspect of Hardened Bones. Really quickly though, as for the runes, we'll go over those fast. Up here in the helmet, you can see that we have Aguzal, and this is giving us 20% maximum life for 6 seconds. Now this is going off and being fulfilled every 5 seconds, so we're constantly at that 20% extra max whenever we're outside of town. Down here we have Igni Watt. Is going to be invoking the Horrid Decrepify. You see, we don't actually have Decrepify on our bar. We definitely want to be using Decrepify because that's going to bring down our cooldowns a lot when enemies are cursed and we're attacking them. So So you definitely want to have that for the runes down here in body armor. Now, when it comes to the body armor, really important. You want to get ranks to Golem Mastery. You want to try to masterwork that. Oh yeah, with the helmet. Try to obviously masterwork crit strike chance if you can. I hit it there. Anyways, back into the armor. Really important. You want to try to get as many ranks as you possibly can to Golem Mastery, and then you're going to want to go intelligence and life, and then also try to get life down below and corpse tendril size on the body armor right there. Into your gloves. Now, you are going to need resistances in one spot. I have them right here on the gloves. You want to get armor and then maximum life. We obviously want to hit that cap with 1,000 armor. And then for your tempers right here, we're going to go with, you could get corpse tendril size on the gloves. Like say if you else, you want to try to hit 100% with corpse tendril size. Now barrier generation is good as well. Not only do we have 13.5k life while in battle, but because of our skill tree, we have a barrier at all times equal to our life. So overall this build has like 27k effective hit pool. So you can go with barrier generation right here on your gloves. But when it comes with the temper right here, I mean, you could go with barrier generation. That's what I have. But I would say go with corpse tendril size. Overall, that would probably be better. And then for your other temper, you want to get golem damage. We want to try to get that golem damage anywhere that we possibly can. That's overall going to boost our damage. Like I said, with the Army of the Dead, 40% multiplier based on our skeletal mage and golem damage bonuses. Into the pants, Blood Moon breaches are really good for summoning builds. You can see right there a lot of crit chance. Obviously, I have the greater affix on 3 of the good stats. I don't have to have greater affix everywhere that I do, but if you can get them, that would be good. Once again, try to masterwork the Golem Mastery anywhere that we have that. We want to masterwork that up. In the sockets right here, you want to go ahead and throw intelligence in. Now down into the boots, we actually go with Flicker Step right here. You can see right there, I get 615% ultimate damage. There's nice damage reduction. These are actually really good for the build. And also, when we evade through enemies, we get up to 10 seconds boost on our cooldowns, bringing the cooldown of our Army of the Dead down by quite a bit. As it sits right now, we're at 42 seconds. But don't forget, because of the Reapers, our cooldown is coming down. And then because we're cursing them, it's coming down. So making it to where, our Army of the Dead is up at all times. So you definitely want to go with the Flicker Steps when it comes to the boots right here. Into the weapon for the base, you want to go with the Two-Handed Scythe, definitely. Gives the implicit of summon damage. And then it gives the most base damage overall. Now right here, you want to go with intelligence, maximum life, critical strike damage. And then once again, you want to temper on the golem damage. Now really important for your other temper, you want to go for a chance for Army of the Dead to deal double damage, because Army of the Dead is going to be our main damage dealer with the build. And you want to get that as close to 100% as possible. I got a 50% roll at base, and then masterworking it up. I only hit it once and it's at 85. So if I would have hit that even twice, it would be like around 90 or above. You definitely want to try to get that to 100%. Or as close as possible. In the sockets right here on your two-hander, you want to go with critical strike damage. For the aspect, you want to go with the unyielding commander aspect, going to give us a ton of damage overall, while Army of the Dead is active, which is fine pretty much. Really quickly, I did forget the aspects up here. On the armor, go with the aspect of Heart and Bones for more damage reduction. Right here in the gloves, you're going to go with the Vehement aspect. You can see right there, casting an ultimate skill increases your damage by up to 30% multiplicative for 8 seconds, and you gain 2 ranks to your ultimate skill, which is giving us a ton of damage overall as well. On to the amulet. On the amulet, you want to try to go with percent intelligence, maximum life, and then Hellbent Commander. Intelligence with the build equals damage and also resistance. We want to try to boost our damage in every way that we possibly can. Don't forget that minions inherit 100% of our stats all the way around. Any stats that we get or have, minions also get and have as well. Back into the amulet though. So try to get the percent intelligence, like I said, life, Hellbent Commander, damage boost. And then for masterworking, try to masterwork up the Hellbent Commander. For your tempers, on here you're going to throw ultimate cooldown reduction and once again golem damage. We want to get that golem damage anywhere that we possibly can. As for the aspect, we're going to go with the Apogic Furor aspect. You can right here, casting an ultimate skill increases your ultimate damage by 15% multiplicative up to 150%. Now we're constantly casting our ultimate, so this is giving us a ton of damage overall. Now when it comes to the socketables and the jewelry for like the witchcraft powers or whatever you want to call them, right here while you have an aura active, your ultimate skills are also treated as Eldritch, Growth and Decay, and Psychic skills, and your ultimate skills deal 10% multiplicative increased damage. Now we want the ultimate skill to have those tags because with the Eldritch tag, you're right here, Purging Touch right here, your Eldritch effects gain a 40% increase their damage. That's further boosting our Army of the Dead. For our first ring right here, we're going to go with the Ring of Mendeln. This is just awesome for minions. A lot of intelligence, base damage. a lot of attack speed, for the skeletal warrior mastery. Now you want to try to masterwork that as high as you can. We could be getting 6 out of this, that'd be boosting our damage quite a bit more as well. Every rank that we get to our golem mastery gives us a 25% multiplier. So that's multiplying up golem's damage quite a bit, further boosting our damage with Army of the Dead. You definitely want to try to masterwork that up. For the socket in there, you want to get the one that gives your common growth a witch powers 35% more potency. Next we have Ring of the Sacrilegious Soul. I just love having this overall. It makes the build feel a lot smoother. You don't have to press as many buttons. And it gives us lucky hit chance, movement speed, ranks to corpse kills, 5 to Grim Harvest. And then right there, you want to try to get the lowest rolls for the Raised Skeleton, Corpse Explosion, and Corpse Tendrils as you possibly can. I have perfect rolls right there, 116. In your socket right there, you want to get your summons deal 15% multiplicative increased damage to Hexed Elites. As for our Mercenaries, up here, we're going to go over here, run it down this way. We get maximum resistance right here. And then we want to go with Oriana, Bloodthirst right here, 10% increase to our attack speed. Now into the skill tree up top, grab whatever up here. We're not going to use the basic skill anymore. Right here, we're going to grab Hued Flesh for corpse generation. Right here, we go into Blight and run it back for Supernatural. More damage with our minions. Down here, one into Corpse Explosion, back into Blighted Corpse Explosion. Right here, Grim Harvest. I did put points into this, and we get points from our ring. I want to have as much essence as I can back so that I can spam whatever I want to. And then right here, we have Fuel by Death for the damage boost, and Corpse Explosion is constantly going off because of our ring rockiness and keeping that damage boost up. Over here, we're going to take Necrotic Fortitude, keeping our barrier up at all times. Right here, Titan's Fall for more damage. Right here, Spiked Armor. Don't worry about putting points into Skeleton Warrior Mastery. Obviously, we have points from our gear, but we don't care about our Skeleton Warriors at all. And they're going to stay alive at all times, so it doesn't matter. Down here into the Curse skills, Green the Death's Embrace for damage reduction and damage. Right here, Amplify Damage for more damage against cursed enemies. Then we're going to take the Crepify back to Aberrant to be reducing our cooldowns. Over here, we're going to go into Skeletal Mage Mastery. Now, you do want to put 3 points into here. Then we have some from here as well. The Skeletal Mage damage also boosts our damage overall with Army of the Dead. Down here, 3 into Coalesce Blood. 10% multiplier, we're always healthy. Over here, we're going to run Corpse Tendrils back over into Blighted Corpse Tendrils. This is obviously going to group enemies together and get us Blood Orbs, which you'll see in the Paragon board gives us damage overall. Right here, we're going to take Necrotic Carapace, keeping our Fortify up at all times. 3 into Reaper's Pursuit for damage and movement speed. 2 into Crippling Darkness. Now, that's another reason that we run the Blighted Corpse Explosion. We're constantly stunning enemies around us and in the pits. This actually helps quite a bit too. Down here into our ultimate skills, obviously we take Army of the Dead. You want to put as many points in that as possible. Boosting the damage up and getting the cooldown down. Right here, Max Out Golem Mastery. We have 19 ranks into this. I think in total with the right Masterworks, we could have like 23, 24, maybe even 25 ranks, somewhere right around there. Giving us an insane amount of damage. Right here, Finality. We always have this up. This little damage multiplier. Right here, Inspiring Leader, 3 points into that. And then Hellbent Commander, giving a nice boost to all of our minions. And then for our key passive right here, we're going to go with Kalan's Edict, giving us attack speed and increased damage per minion. Alright, we will briefly jump into the Paragon board really quick. There will be a link for this build in the description if you would like to check it out over on Mobilytics. Now, I do have this Paragon board pretty optimized for my setup. Some of the pathing, you will see that I don't go through Intelligence, which Intelligence is our damage stat with this build. We want to try to path through Intelligence, but in order to unlock all of the requirements on all the nodes, even through our 5th Paragon board back here, in some spots I did take other things, whether it be Dexterity or whatever else. But anyways, really quickly, obviously you want to get your glyphs leveled out the max you possibly can, which is 100. I don't have any at 100. My highest one is 82. So there's even more damage to be had right here in your Paragon glyphs. Definitely try to get those up to 100. Now, you do at least want to get them up to 46, which makes them legendary. Then you get that extra bonus down there at the bottom. You see like the 8.6%. At level 15, they get a little bit of a radius increase, and then at 46, they go legendary with the big radius increase. You definitely want to get them up to 46. Right here in the first board, we're going to go with Prime and Resilience. Right here, we're going to put Amplify, giving us a nice damage boost. In the next board, we're going to take the Cult Leader board, gives us a nice damage boost. Over here, we're going to go with Infused Caster. We want to get Mage damage and Golem damage anywhere that we possibly can on the entire tree. In here, we're going to throw an Imbiber. This is inflating our damage overall by quite a bit, which in turn inflates our minions' damage. Right here, we're going to go with Overlord. Next board that we will come into, it's going to be Pokemon Monstrosity board. Obviously, this gives us 40% maximum life to our golem, but 100% multiplier for our golems. Huge. In this board, we're going to go ahead and throw Dead Razor. Right here, we have more golem damage and attack speed, so you want to get all of that. Here, we have more damage for ourselves. Down here, we have even more golem damage, so you definitely want to get that. Next board that we will come into is the Frailty board, giving us a damage multiplier against cursed enemies up to a 40% multiplier. Right here, we're going to take Relentless, Eradicate, and Preservation. In this board, we're going to go ahead and throw Golem. Obviously, this is going to boost our Golem damage by quite a bit. And the final board that we will come into is going to be the Blood Begets Blood board. Now, the way that we get the Blood Orbs is from our Corpse Tendrils. And this gives us up to a 50% multiplier. In this board, we get Recuperate. We also take Vampiric. And then right here, we're going to throw in the Essence Glyph. This is boosting our critical strike damage up by quite a bit. We have my current setup has over 1,000 crit strike damage. Also, you're going to want to take Aggression right here, damage healthy. Then you get a Blood Empowered down here for this Dexterity. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Paragon board. Right now, we're level 232 when it comes to the Paragon, so there's even more points to be had. When it comes to those extra points, you're going to want to run around. And over here, there's more life, and life right here. Down here, there's more life and stuff. So, just place them wherever you want. But I think that overall, for damage wise and everything else, we've got a lot of good placement when it comes to our Paragon board at this level. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully this guide has been helpful. If it has, hit the like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. There will be gameplay right now if you want to go ahead and check that out. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.